Well, hello everybody. My name is Roger and welcome to my channel, Rogers Reads. And this is my BookTubeAthon 2018 TBR. So I was traveling on vacation for the past 2 weeks and I just got home, so I had to really rush to get this video done. I've never done this challenge before, given that I'm relatively new to BookTube. I've only been on here, 2-3 months? And so now I have to hurry up, record it, edit it, and upload it to Ariel's site by the deadline, which is today actually at 11:59 p.m. Nothing like waiting until the last moment. But I was on the road, so I do have an excuse. So I posted Ariel's links below. One video describes what the BookTubeAthon challenge is, and then a link to the actual video, a link to the video that contains the actual reading challenges. So, after the end of the first challenge, number 1, let a coin toss decide your first read. So I decided to choose between 2 books, and the first one is Saga by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. And the next one is The Midnight Twins by Jacqueline Michard. So I have me a Canadian dollar right here. And we'll go heads for Saga, tails for The Midnight Twins. Here we go. Tails. Whoops. I was going to show you the tails, but it was indeed tails. So the first book of my reading challenge will be The Midnight Twins. This book I actually picked up at a charity shop a while back. And the book tells the story of 2 twins born on either side of midnight. Then at some point, the twins began having visions, one of the past and one of the future. But I guess it'll take both of them to save an evil that's going to attack their town. But the kicker is that, or the twist is that their powers may destroy them first. So it sounded like a very intriguing read, and I'm looking forward to reading it in a week. Question 2, read about something you wanted to do, or you want to do. And for that, I went with Venus as a Boy by Luke Sutherland. The story is set in Scotland, which is a place that I've always wanted to visit. And it's about a boy who's turning into gold. But before he dies, he's recounting his life story. So very, very intriguing. I actually got this as part of an eBay lot of books. I wanted several of the other books in the lot, and this one came along. But it sounds very good. All right, number 3, read and watch a book-to-movie adaptation. So for this, I'm going to go with the first book in the Percy Jackson series, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I've seen the movie a while back, so now I'll read the book. But to stick with the challenge, I will watch the movie again during the challenge week. So I actually read this book way back in 2005 when it first came out. But to be truthful, I really don't remember a whole lot about it. But since I want to read the rest of Rick Riordan's books, I figured that I'd get started and reread the Percy Jackson series. And I have a whole bunch of the Rick Riordan books that I want to get to. Question 4, read a book with green on the cover. For that, I decided to go with The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. Lots of green on the cover. And I'm finally getting around to reading this. This has been on my shelves for quite some time. I don't know too much about this one, except that I know that people have to take some sort of test or trial called the Iron Trial, which I believe tests how strong their magic is or whether they have magic. And if you pass the test, you have to enroll in what's called the magisterium. And the kicker is our hero does not want to win the trial, as he's trying to stay away from magic. I think it was his father who warned him away from magic. So my guess is that he ends up winning the trial, enrolling in the magisterium, and I imagine all sorts of drama will follow. So, and actually, this is the first book of a series. I don't know how many are in the series, but I just got the first one just to see if I would like it before I bought the rest of the series. The next question, read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. So for that, I went with Calypso by David Sedaris. This is a relatively new release. I think it's only been out a couple of months. This is actually June's Book of the Month Club selection, which I got. Now, David Sedaris is one of my favorite comedic authors. He writes some extremely funny stuff. His book, for example, his book Naked is hysterical. Also, get an audiobook version of his Santaland Diaries. The first time I heard it, it had me in absolute stitches. So now I have to decide which hat to wear. In many videos, BookTubeAthon videos I've seen thus far, many booktubers have said that they don't wear hats. But I'm the complete opposite, actually. Hello, I love hats. Actually, so did my dad. In the entranceway to our house, there was a room with probably 5, 6 shelves, and they were all full of different hats. And every time he'd leave the house, he'd put on a different hat. And I'm kind of the same way. So now I should wear a special hat for this challenge. But which one to wear? I think I'll just go with my old tried and true fedora. Okay, number 6, read a book with a beautiful spine. For that one, I chose The Afterlife of Holly Chase by Cynthia Hand, and this has a lovely gold spine, lovely red spine with a gold lettering. And, you know, actually, I probably should have saved this book for the holiday season because it has kind of a Scrooge theme to it. Here, let me read the quick little blurb here. Holly was visited by 3 ghosts who showed her how selfish and spoiled she'd become. They tried to convince her to mend her ways. She didn't, and then she died. Now she's stuck working for the top secret company, Project Scrooge, as the latest ghost of Christmas past. Every year they save another miserly grouch. Every year, Holly stays frozen at 17, while her family and friends go on living without her. So far, Holly's afterlife has been miserable. But this year, everything is about to change. So this sounds like a lot of fun. But like I said, probably would have been better for Christmas or a holiday season, but oh well. And the last question is, read 7 books. So the only book that I haven't mentioned in detail is Saga. And this has been on my wish list, or should I say shelves, way too long. Probably 5, 6 months, maybe longer. I think it was Connor O'Brien who recommended this in one of his videos. So it's about when 2 soldiers are on opposite sides of a galactic war and they end up falling in love. And in doing so, they risk everything. And I do believe that, at least in this issue, features LGBTQ protagonists. And from what I've heard, this is a mix between sci-fi and fantasy, and I've heard some really great things about it. In fact, I've seen several people review it on their challenge and on their channels, and it's all been very positive. So that is it for my BookTubeAthon 2018 TBR. How about you? What are you reading for the BookTubeAthon if you're doing it? Did you post a BookTubeAthon video? If so, let me know in the comments below and I'll go check it out. I've really enjoyed watching everybody's BookTubeAthon TBR videos. So that is it for this time. If you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you'd click the like button. And also, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so if you'd like to get notified when I release new videos. So that's it for now. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.